Hello, this is Greg from SharePoint Maven, and in this video I would like to show you how you can easily import an existing Excel document into SharePoint list. So let me provide you with a use case. So I happen to have this Excel document. It happens to be a list of action items for a human resources department, a few columns and a few rows of information. I would like to import that list into SharePoint and have the data available essentially within a Microsoft, SharePoint list. Now, typically, when you let's say create a list in SharePoint, the most frequent way of doing so would be to create one from scratch. The problem with this is that you have to define all the columns all over again, but most importantly is that after the columns have been created, you actually need to copy and paste kind of the information from Excel into that list. Luckily, we don't need to do that. All right, there is actually a way to do a pretty much a straight import from an Excel document to SharePoint. And that's exactly what I would like to show you right now. I'm going to utilize this human resources site. It could be obviously any site, doesn't matter, team site, communication site, the functionality is the same. So we're going to say new list. And among all the options that we have, we're going to choose import from Excel. And of course, at this point, we need to choose the file, just like that. And look what it tells us here. So it actually did not import anything, and it's telling us that our Excel does not have any tables in the file, and it's providing you with instructions on what you need to do to fix it. Let me explain to you what's happening here. So, I mean, obviously to us, it seems like, we do have a table, here it is, but it's not a table from an Excel standpoint. So the extra step you need to do is pretty much format your data as a table in Excel first. All right, so anytime you try to import Excel, this is a mandatory step. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to highlight my table, and over here, in the header, choose format as a table. Doesn't matter what you choose for formatting, options, the color scheme. That's not what we're here for. The most important piece right here. All right, you need to make sure to say my table has header. So this way it knows that's a table and it knows, the future column names. All right, so very, very important. You define the range and say my table has headers. And essentially, this is it right here. All right, it's formatted as a table. So from Excel standpoint, it's a table. When we import it to SharePoint, it's going to recognize it, and it's going to recognize and utilize these columns going forward. So now let me make sure I click, save button to save it. And then we are going to pretty much repeat the steps. Again, upload. I'm choosing the same file. And now it is going to be successful. And essentially now it did recognize the table, and here we are. We are now being asked to pretty much map the columns, the Excel columns to the future SharePoint columns. And so by default, and that's very important, by default, any list has to have at least one column, and that's a title column. You can rename it later, but the list doesn't exist if it doesn't have at least one column, right? So I think it picked on this action ID as the title column, but you know what? I'm going to say, let's make this the title column. The title column is, again, mandatory column kind of, and then it's the one that has, 3 dots next to it with all of the different actions you can choose, like, I don't know, version history, sharing, etc., delete, etc., etc. So we want this capability to be available on the action item. And then for this ID, we're going to say it's a single line of text. For the owner, so these are people, you know what I like to do with this column? I usually say do not import. Let me tell you why. Because when I assign it, let's say to actual people, employees, right? I want those people to be derived from employee directory. So when I'm in a list, I want to go against a person column. And from my experience, usually when you import like the data from somewhere, right, like an Excel document, usually there are just so many variations to spell employees' names, they never match. So to avoid any issues for the import, I say do not import, and then I manually create a column and fill out that column from the Active Directory, if that makes sense. All right. And then due date, that's date column, date and time. All right, we can actually get rid of the time later, but yeah, that's a date. And then for the status, that's obviously a choice, right? We want it's either in progress, completed, etc. We're going to click next, and we're just going to give it a name, whatever it is. All right, and I'm going to click create. And it's actually creating a list. Not only it's creating a list, it's also importing all the data. And here we are. All right, here we are. Let me zoom in a little bit so you see it better. So here's our list. All right, couple of things I want to highlight here. So first of all, this list has nothing to do with the Excel document it came from anymore, all right? They're kind of two separate things. So don't maintain your Excel anymore because you will not be able to just import, the few additional rows or anything like that. It's kind of all or nothing kind of deal. So just start using the Excel, the list in SharePoint at this point. A couple of cleanup things we need to do. So due date, remember by default, it's obviously the date and time column, but you know what, we don't need time here. So we're going to edit the column and we're going to pretty much disable that, all right? So it's just the date. And remember how I did not import that owner column, right? That's what I was talking about. We can now manually create it. And this way, right, I chose the person or group type of column. Why? Because I want this to go against Active Directory, all right? So this way, there is only one correct way to spell things. So let me show you. Let's double click. So now when I click here, it pretty much goes kind of against, let me just type in, one of my users. Here we go. All right, so it went against Active Directory, grabs their profile information, so this way it's assigned correctly. All right, but that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. I use this option all the time when I work with clients and help them build internet portals, etc. Usually, lots of use cases for existing lists, like a contact list, employee directory list, issues logs, project lists, and they're always great candidates for something like this. And this way, we pretty much don't need to reinvent the wheel. I just import the list that creates all the columns, all the data, everything is done in one step. But remember, right? The very important step, you have to format the table, do a bit of cleanup up front, format it as a table, and only after that you can import it to SharePoint. Hopefully this was useful and informative. As always, happy to see you on my blog, sharepointmaven.com, as well as my YouTube channel. Goodbye.